Welcome to Stitch Scripts, the podcast where we improvise stories. I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay.
You're the worst. You're the worst. This.
Okay, so
See, wait.
I have a pitch for you
Yeah.
already because
All
I've been
right.
thinking about this. One word, dark.
Go on.
I just had the one
It's
word.
2020. We love it.
I just had the one word.
You had the one word.
I had the one word.
Okay, you had the one word. All right. No, I like it. I like it. It's evocative. It could be anything.
Exactly.
Here's what I'm thinking. Ninjas?
Ninjas. Okay.
Ninjas?
Ninjas.
Crime. Crime.
Ninjas crime.
Ninjas crime dark.
Ninjas crime dark.
Yes. Yes, and?
So Ninjas crime dark is a retired New York police officer.
Keep going.
He lost his partner after they lost. His partner was killed in an accident with a toy truck.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I think this one's not it.
You think this one's not it?
I think this one's not it.
You think this one's not it? You don't
I
like
don't think
Ninjas
this one's
Crime
it.
Dark?
I like the name. I like the name. I just don't think there's anything there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay, let me pitch you this.
Okay.
Dark Ninja Crimes. And it's all about the fucked up stuff that ninjas do in the dark, specifically the dark.
Okay. Counter. Oh, this isn't counter. This is helping that. The ninjas can't see in the dark.
Ooh. Ooh.
What is that a good? Is that the ooh? Or is that
Well, you just poked a really good hole in my elaborate world building.
that wasn't a hole. That was that's the joke.
I think here's what we do. Okay. It's for the perspective of a blind ninja, and that's going to be really good because we can cut down on filming costs.
How does? Oh yeah, expect we don't have to film anything.
Oh no! Oh shit, Garrett, we made a radio drama. Fuck.
Or a podcast, but yeah.
Oh, ew.
What kind of loser does one of those?
That's gross.
Okay, so we have the blind ninja. So what kind of story is this? Is this like a crime story? Is this a heist story? That's what it sounds like to me.
May I kind of suggest maybe we put a writer's favorite tool, time travel, in here. It's a blind ninja who is moved to modern day Japan through a time warp.
Okay.
And he has to solve the mystery of who killed his partner's wife.
In the modern day?
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe his partner is also like, like his great grandchild or something.
Okay, wait. Now you're confusing me. Why does he have a partner in the modern day? What does he do in the modern day? If it's a he, even.
The ninja?
What does the ninja do? Is the ninja a police officer?
I'm thinking about it.
Or are they just a professional ninja?
I sort of like the idea that the ninja's just very confused and doesn't really know what's going on.
I feel like there's some we have a lot of difficulty with this immediate that we set up for ourselves with the ninja's blind, they can't see anything.
I feel like that's also our strength, though. It's our gimmick.
It's our gimmick. So yeah, part of me makes me want it to be like one of those feel good sports movies kind of things, where it's like, oh, he's blind but he can still fight, kind of thing. But I don't want to turn it into like a weird ableist thing where, haha, blind person fight bad, you know.
Oh, no, see, what I was thinking is the dude's blind, but also there's a huge language barrier. So it's more like if a Johnny got his gun situation. But yeah, no, you're right. We don't want to, like...
Also, I don't even want to attempt to do a Japanese accent.
Oh, God, please don't.
I
will pay you. I will pay you literal money right fucking now to not do that.
Yeah.
Hey, How about this podcast rule? I've just decided we don't do accents on this podcast.
Okay, well, there's a problem with that.
No, no. Oh,
What about the
yeah.
like two I can actually do?
Two is generous. Two is a very generous number. I think. I think you have like half of one if you mush them two together.
See, now I'm like embarrassed to try actually do one of those two.
Sorry, I feel like I got this got mean. This got mean. This is a weird energy. Hey everyone at home, I'm nicer than this. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, he's not.
I'm really not. I'm a real piece of shit.
Okay, so back to the actual story. So we need to get our framework done. We need our main idea, I guess. We need a idea that will pull us along, like the truck that'll drag us along the pavement as we're gagged and tied up behind it.
Okay, so it's probably what the experience of this is gonna be for sure. Um, okay. So here's what I've got. Right here's my pitch.
Okay.
We have a warrior,
Okay.
and like his like great grandson in the far flung future, like is like praying that like someone would come and avenge his wife, and suddenly there's a time warp,
Okay.
and now he has to avenge like and find the killer while also trying to blend into modern society.
Okay. Do you think we should drop the blind angle? Because I feel like that's
I
too
do
big
feel
of
like
a
we need to drop
wrench.
that.
Okay, so it's one
Yeah,
of those
that's
like
too much.
hokey fish out of water time travel stories. Okay,
But also, it is a buddy cop comedy.
so it's a buddy cop time travel. Okay, I know that's been done, but I can't think of which ones have done it. But anyway,
I could name like three of them, like right now, and by that I mean Theodore Rex three times. Actually, I don't know if that technically counts because it's actually not time travel. I don't think.
is it?
Have
Well,
you? Oh, you haven't seen
I
that.
never have.
Oh fuck. Okay, so after this podcast is over, we're gonna go do that.
Okay,
So just get ready for that.
I guess I don't have
Um,
any plans tonight anymore.
no, just knock all of that shit off the shelf. It's worth it. We're going there.
I mean, I had to file my taxes tonight.
The IRS will understand.
Will they?
You
Like
just
the
tell them
IRS has the Theodore Rex clause where it's like, oh, you can miss your taxes by a month if you need to watch Theodore Rex for the first time.
it's true. That is actually right in there. It's called the whoopee clause, and it's very important.
Yep, I'm reading it right here.
Yeah, it's right there, right?
Wow.
Yeah. It's really hidden too. You gotta get your magnifying glass and
Yeah, it's
everything.
really one of those. So we had the time travel thing, time travel buddy cop thing. So he comes to the future. So what's the first thing that happens? I feel like the first thing that happens, he has to see something that terrifies him.
I like that.
I guess part of that is deciding where is this a ninja? Are we doing Japan?
No, it's Chicago now.
It's Chicago,
No, it's New York
New
City.
York City. So
No,
wait,
wait. Yeah. No, it's New York,
okay.
New York
So
City.
then it can't be a ninja, or not easily.
No, it's
Like you can't go too far back. It's gonna be like a mobster coming back. I feel like is like the best thing I can think of. We're talking New York.
what if okay.
We can't do the
Yeah,
the generic caveman one too, but I feel like a mobster's the most fun one.
I think that's funnier.
It's funner to have a mobster.
It's just like I think a mobster is funnier than a caveman, but I think a caveman is generally funnier than a robot. That's my
Funny
kind of
tier
Maslow's hierarchy. Yeah,
hierarchy of
it's
funny.
self-actualization. It's
Okay,
it's food, shelter, self-actualization, robots, and then clowns.
okay. So we have the mobster. What does he see that makes? I want him to like run away or something at first.
Yeah, I'm into that. I mean, so let's say time travel. Zhoosh, you wake up. Are you wearing clothing?
Say,
Are you
say that again.
Are you wearing clothes?
Is this the mobster asking his grandson?
No,
You asking me?
no. Oh God, no,
Who is asking who
no,
here?
no. Okay, so it's like okay, you are being time traveled, right?
Yes.
And like maybe it's like the Terminator, it just melts all your clothes off. And then, you're naked, you're afraid, you see like a billboard, you think it's like Godzilla or something, and you freak out.
I'm trying to realize the problem with the mobster angle. It's gonna be more difficult to make jokes about the how different times are with the mobster because that's only like 50 years.
Also, realistically, I mean, it horrific violence. So that's also hard to make fun.
Do you know? What if we do a very specific figure from history?
I'm with you. Are you gonna say Genghis Khan?
No, but maybe we can do that.
I actually am
I
into
kind
that
of like the
now.
idea of just Genghis Khan. Why is he in New York? I don't know.
Okay, hear me out. So Genghis Khan's like lineage is insane on
Yes.
account of the
Yeah, so
fact
you can
that,
very
well,
easily
yeah.
have its own. It's someone. You can have it be like an Asian American or someone in New York even. It doesn't even have to be Asian
I
American, but I mean, why not?
I mean, I was gonna say it could just be some dude like white guy from the Bronx.
There's some really like easy, gross way to go into cultural appropriation with this one,
Exactly,
where
and that's
where
why
he
we.
learns to like get into with his like 0.1% Mongolian roots.
Oh no! Fuck Jesus. Okay, well, if that happens, it automatically becomes a Will Ferrell movie. So we're not touching that.
I guess
It's I would say
that's not where we want to go.
no. Actually, I take it back. That's more Adam Sandler.
I still like the idea of it just being Genghis Khan.
I really, really do like the idea of Genghis Khan because I like the idea of Genghis Khan trying to solve modern problems.
Yeah, that's usually the appeal of this kind of movie, is that gag. It's usually kind of stupid, but that gives us a lot of leeway to be
Yeah,
stupid. Okay, so if Genghis Khan shows up, I'm Genghis Khan. Where am I?
I really enjoyed that.
That was my
I
Genghis
just wanted
Khan
to know.
impression. I have spent the past 10 years of my life researching Genghis Khan to find out what his voice would sound like if he was alive today. Honestly, it's no
Um,
surprise he murdered so much.
it's true. I mean, I too would be on like a horrible murder rampage if, I was just some inscrutable zhooshing noises.
No. The swooshing noises was him teleporting to the future. The tiny voice.
Oh,
This was his voice. He has a tiny
oh! I
voice.
didn't hear
You
that
didn't hear the
part.
tiny voice?
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I
Oh,
missed out on the voice.
oh.
We just talked about not doing accents. That
That's
was a perfect impersonation of
you
Genghis
didn't say anything
Khan.
about impersonations, just accents.
That's fair. You got me.
But yeah, I'm sorry that sent like blood curdling that
Oh, no! I loved
shivers
every
down his.
second of it.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Do you think
yes.
Genghis Khan? I mean, okay, so you're Genghis Khan. What do you fear? Because I remember reading that Genghis Khan was a very superstitious man.
I want to say he's like really afraid of horses because that's funny. Because that's like he was very he was on horses all the time. He was a horse rider. Like I mean, that's not like what his main profession was, but he was on horses kind of constantly.
Can this be okay? Can we put this one kind of in the do it later script of like a horse girl movie, but it's Genghis Khan?
Is that even a do it later? Should we just swap into that?
Yeah, fuck all of this. Horse movie Genghis Khan now.
He's still doing the time travel thing though.
But he's, but is it explained?
So
Is
okay,
it?
I got a better idea. We start off with a generic horse girl movie. It's like some girl who's like, I don't know. She lives in New York. She's fed up with her life. She's failing in school. She keeps like dreaming about being with the horses and being a horse racer or whatever. I like the idea of doing a horse racer kind of movie too. So she wants to be a
Hmm.
horse racer and all that, and she just runs away, ends up like in some random pasture. I don't even know how she gets to a random pasture from New York City, but she does. And she sees a beautiful horse in the distance. Like it's a stormy day, and like the clouds light up. There's a horse in the distance. You can hear like dramatic music swelling up, and she's like, "Oh, it's amazing! This is what I wanted my whole life." You hear some swooshing sounds. Genghis Khan pops up. She just explodes into a shower of blood. Genghis Khan sees the horse and takes it for himself.
Yes. 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 We got there. You know what? I was a little nervous to start. I feel like we got there. We
Oh,
live
it
here
took a
now.
while, but we did it.
We fucking how long did it take? About
17
like
minutes.
minutes. Oh, oh, good.
Jeez. But we got it.
Fuck.
Genghis
We
Khan,
like.
horse girl.
I feel like I can breathe again.
I love this idea of just this long build-up of a generic horse girl movie. Or a generic horse racer movie, whatever. Following a different character entirely, and then getting to the moment where she's about to go on this journey and just swapping her out for Genghis Khan.
That is all I want. That is all I want.
So, okay, I feel like that's gonna be funny too. Let's say the girl has like a pink beanie with like a My Little Pony pin or something on it, and Genghis just takes it.
Oh,
It's just a one visual gag. He wears it the entire movie,
higher to movie. Yes.
but the rest
Yes.
of his outfit is whatever he was wearing. It's still bloodstained or whatever. He's in the middle of a battle or whatever.
I love this.
And
Okay,
it's
so
okay. I
so
feel like there's another thing we have to put in here. How do we get Genghis Khan to be a horse racer?
so here's my thing.
Okay.
Here's my pitch. And I don't think this is the pitch. I think this is the pitch that gets us to the pitch.
Okay.
Genghis Khan is overwhelmed with guilt and tries to assume her identity.
Oh, oh, that's good. So, it's not really his fault. He just teleports into the spot she was standing.
Exactly.
She has a diary, right? This is how he
Yes.
finds out what she's like. How can he read English? I don't know. But maybe do
You
some
know,
dumb CG scene where he reads it. It looks like English and he can't read it. It's all jumbled and all the letters fly about and turn to Mongolian script or whatever. It doesn't matter. He can read English now.
it doesn't matter because now Genghis Khan is a fucking brony. That's it's,
Canon.
it's really when you take the like sharp pained inhale laughs that I'm like, okay, that was good.
It was good.
That was fucking
Genghis Khan
great.
is a brony now.
It's just when I look at that man and all he's accomplished, I'm gonna think Twilight Sparkle or Pinkie Pie.
You know what would make this funnier?
Yeah.
If the beautiful horse was a unicorn.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This
Yeah.
is-
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so
I'm into it.
unenthusiastic, but yes.
No, yeah, I didn't get it. I totally didn't get it. I was hoping if I kept saying it, I would buy enough time to understand
Okay,
what you're
okay,
talking
okay.
about.
Maybe more in the vein of it's a literal My Little Pony pony.
Oh, like the horse that explodes her as like Genghis makes his entrance into our world.
No. Genghis explodes her,
Right.
and the horse the girl had saw was a real life My Little Pony pony.
Oh. I like it. Although I kind of I mean, so if we're gonna talk about like
I feel like maybe
you
that
know
infringes in too much weird space. Maybe we just keep it a normal. It's just a generic beautiful horse that will be used as the racer.
yeah, that's more where I'm at because
I think maybe it is a little too outlandish to go. Oh, it's Genghis Khan horse girl. Also, there's a My Little Pony pony.
See, that's what I'm struggling with right now because I unironically agree with that and I can't articulate why.
I feel like it's too crazy. A, B. I don't know enough about. I've never watched that, so I wouldn't even know how to begin with that. Honestly.
That's true. You know, that's what someone that likes My Little Pony would say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna make any accusations.
See, the other thing though is that like maybe like a brony would be like really eager to cast off the blame or cast eyes to someone else immediately. Like, that's
Go
just a
on.
thought. I'm not gonna like say anything about you. I'm just saying a general statement about bronies, maybe.
Yeah, maybe bronies kind of like to hide themselves through accusations
Yep.
that might sometimes be deflected, by indirectly accusing other people of being bronies.
maybe
Possibly.
maybe they're like hiding behind deflecting a deflected accusation that was indirect, wasn't really accusing anyone. They're deflecting the deflection, something like that.
I wouldn't know.
You would know?
Well, you know what? I think the recordings will show. Oh shit! You edit the podcast.
We're getting away from the actual horse meat here.
Okay. Look, we've got to clop our hooves down and just
No.
get to work. Well, this was disgusting. Thank you.
We got those pony jokes out of our system, I hope.
It's good we got it out early.
I mean, at this point, we're going to sound like one-trick ponies.
I had to clap really softly into the mic.
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, fuck, great. Oh, no, I clipped the mic. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at...
Okay, we have Genghis Khan. So, are we actually going to the he assumes her identity thing?
I don't know, because I'm... Okay, so here's the horse girl movie structure, right?
Yep.
Like, it's like, I have a dream,
Yep.
and I have a horse, and no one believes in the horse, and the horse is a metaphor for me, but also the horse is a horse, and I do have to race the horse at some point, and then win the race, and then it's like, I believed in the horse, and then I go and whinny off into the sunset.
Okay.
So, I think what this is then is like, Genghis Khan,
Yeah.
someone doubts... Oh... Okay, so maybe Genghis Khan goes and assumes, like, her life, and he finds out that her life fucking sucks. And, like, maybe, like, his horse dies or something. I don't know. And, like, he like, befriends a horse and, like, just fucking, does the horse girl stuff.
Maybe. I like the idea of her being on the verge of starting the horse girl stuff, like acquiring the horse. Like, she's right in front of the horse, and then Genghis Khan replaces her. I like that idea.
Okay.
I really like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get in. Yeah, because I feel like that. Cause
And then, like, her having
like,
a diary that just, like, falls next to the blood he can pick up and, Adding this in after the fact, this is a weird... We went off for a break. We had a quick break. Genghis Khan broke into the... I was going to say studio, but I don't even want to make the joke that we have a studio. Genghis Khan broke in to both of our houses at the same time.
Simultaneously. Time travel.
Time travel. It's Genghis Khan, but he's from two different places in time, 2 seconds apart. Each one came to one of our houses. Anyway, we are back now.
We're back. We're here. I forgot we were doing a podcast. Hi. You all look very you all I can tell you all look very beautiful today, and I'm glad you're here.
He's lying. Don't
Today
let him schmooze you.
I'd like your number. I'd also like you to please put money in our PayPal account. We're very hungry. We're so hungry.
Genghis Khan is gonna cut our throats if you don't pay.
Genghis Khan is threatening to leak my nudes. I'll just say it.
He's a very skilled horse rider. I mean, he's still on a horse, not a car, but also he's very determined.
He is fierce, and he has just terabytes of my downstairs region. And if you don't donate to my PayPal,
Why do you have terabytes?
Genghis Khan catfished me.
I love that sentence. I thought he was a horse girl.
Oh my god.
Oh, the hat. The hat.
The hat just says, I'm a horse girl. I mean, it's got the pin and everything.
It's the perfect disguise.
So that's an interesting question. I So I think the way that we end it to kind of reach towards the end
I got an idea for
is
that
like
too. Could go.
oh, okay, good.
You go.
Do you want to go first?
You
I'm
keep
happy to
going.
hear
You're
you.
already talking.
Okay, yeah, I already have momentum. So so the ending needs to be, in my opinion, like, you know, Genghis does his dirty deeds, and he faces her family.
Yes.
And takes the hat off, and everyone's like, "What?" And oh, the waveform on that looks just scrumptious.
What?
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 And
No, sorry. That'll devolve
Gang-
quickly.
Genghis, yeah, we can't just keep making home improvement noises at each other. There's gotta be a
Just
limit.
keep going on your idea.
But yeah, he takes the hat off. Everyone's like, "What?" And he's like, just like very like sincere, like, "Thank you for your time. I feel like I've grown so much as a person, and now I have to go. My people need me." And then just bright white ball of light, and then like just the there's like a good dead air, 10 seconds of the family staring in astonished silence.
I'm gonna have to edit in like my whoosh sound, but backwards there.
Oh god, that would be so good. And we can just say you did that.
It was very close to what I was thinking.
Mhm.
Surprisingly, I guess not. So, what I was thinking was that the end is he confronts her parents, who still believe he's her, right? And they congratulate her, say, "Oh, we should have believed in you all along. Like, you really made out for yourself." Like, it is this loving embrace. The parents accept who she is, so they confront their daughter. Like, they're very loving and supportive. And like, "Oh, we never should have doubted you." All that, and they all go home and like have like cake or something.
Keep going.
That's it.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, that's a,
He never
that's a much
reveals
nicer
himself.
ending.
He just lives out the implication. He just lives out the rest of his life as this random girl.
He lives and dies as Sharon Langley.
Sharon Langley. I feel like that's like the most horse girl name.
I was really trying very hard. I'm googling the name right now
I feel
to
like
make sure.
I've seen that name like on a bookshelf for one of those horse girl books.
It's gotta be. Oh, she's a children's author. Oh, this is.
We're very close here. But wait. I just said I thought I can easily visualize myself singing on a bookshelf. Wait. What has she written?
Yeah. She's written apparently a
Please-
lot of pretty good stuff.
please tell me
a
there's-
ride to.
Sorry. Keep going.
No, you go.
I would
you
say
go.
please tell me there are horse girl books in there because that would be amazing.
So Not that I can tell, but she did write a beautiful book called A Right to Remember, A Ride to Remember, a civil rights story. It does have a horse on the cover, technically.
Hmm.
I'm counting it. I'm counting it. That's our Sharon Langley plug. You should check out her stuff.
Yeah, by the
She
way, this
seems
is a
like a
weekly
very
thing we
nice.
do. We always plug Sharon Langley in every week.
We just really like her stuff.
We're big fans.
Sharon Langley is our universe's Stephen King, where he's just there in the universe.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's there. That's immortalized. That's crystallized like an insect in amber in wave form forever.
That's just
So
a
that's
bit
great.
now. That's just a bit we're going to continue, I guess. Anyway,
I just
we kind of have our end. We have our beginning. How do we get there? How do we get to that? We know our end is confronting the parents. We know that much. Your idea is probably better, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. I want that middle, that middle horse meat. So we have Genghis replaces her, picks up the diary, reads through the diary. He's like, "Oh, she had a dream. It's gone now. I need to do this for her in her memory or something like that. You know,
absolutely.
I need to like show
Yeah.
her parents she's really capable, something like that. You know, it's like she's complaining about her parents in the diary and her dreams and all that. She ran away. She ran away from home.
I like the idea that he kind of just assumes her life for a little while.
Yeah,
And it's so fucking depressing that he's just like, I have to do something. I have to do something about this. This is horrible. And then, okay, Horse Girl. So it's like City Girl Ghost Country.
yes.
I'm gonna just say it. We're gonna keep the horse
I'm gonna keep the horse.
that we had in the first act. Yeah.
I feel like I was gonna say I really love the idea of him immediately having the horse there.
Yeah, because that takes care of a lot. Like that kind of sutures two different
And it's
things
also gonna be
together.
really weird if you have that horse there and just never touch it. It's Chekhov's horse, okay?
The horse is loaded. and so and so we take her. We take him. We take
Okay.
him. He goes through. So this is an interesting angle. It could also be like a doing good thing. It could be a moment where maybe he meets a colorful cast of characters as he like goes through America riding on a horse. And maybe we can have like a nice scene where like a cop pulls Genghis over and looks at like, you have like a nice scene of him, like looking at the driver's license and then looking at Genghis and looking at the driver's license and looking at Genghis and just being like, well, everything checks out, Sharon.
I
I,
feel like we have to also have a scene where he goes to like some kind of like Mongolian barbecue place.
That could be something.
I feel like that, like, I think there's like a generic thing where someone just named themselves after him, you know?
Oh god, I love the idea of Genghis being like, I own it. It's my name is on it. My name is literally on it. I'm
You have
Genghis.
this weird scene where he just devours the buffet without paying because his name's on the door. I don't know where to fit that in, but it's like, I don't think we should do the road trip. I don't like the road trip.
Yeah, I'm over the road trip too.
Road trip can be fun for another idea. I feel like this has to be the horse race.
It has to be yeah.
It's
like,
already
the,
perfectly
the,
set up for the horse race.
the funniness of it hinges on how well it works in the confines of the genre. Right?
Yeah. So I feel like as soon as you make it a road trip, it's less funny. Because
Yeah,
we've seen
absolutely.
the fish out of water thing do that before. We've seen a fish out of water road trip before. Even freaking Sonic the Hedgehog has done it now.
We don't say his name in this house. We don't do that.
I'm sorry, the blue blur.
Thank you.
That's the PC name for
It's
it.
as a SJW, I really am all about the blue blur.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Uh, this is really getting into dark territory.
Anyway.
This is interesting because I'm curious how our characterizations are going to play out as this goes forward. Hopefully, well for both of us.
Characterization.
Yeah, you know. All right, so we have the Horse Girl movie. So let's say okay. Genghis Khan, it's like Jesus, right? Like Jesus wants to know God wants to know what it's like to be human, so he comes down to Earth as a man. Genghis wants to know what it's like to be Sharon, so he comes down to New York as a Sharon. Um, Lives that life, hates it. Now,
I feel like
what's
there's the horse in the room here is that sorry. I'm not sorry actually. I have no regrets. What does he do with the horse? If he goes back before doing the race, what does he do with the horse?
yeah? Let's say the horse runs away. Yeah, I feel like that's part of it. The horse runs away, and so to really build a bond with the horse, like he has to seduce it,
No, I'm not sure I like that angle.
tame it, attract it,
Tame it is a... So I feel
tame it.
okay,
Yeah.
but the question is, if she ran away, this is a random pasture quite a far away from where she lived, and that's kind of difficult to do.
Yeah. I mean okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so Genghis goes lives with Sharon, kind of falls into the same depressive slump that Sharon does, and like goes to the same hill, and the same horse is there. Like it's like waiting, like it's predetermined. Like this had to happen.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's still like gives the question of like I feel like it's very strong with the idea if he reads the diary, he has the horse right there. He knows what she wants and wants to give that to her, or her memory at least.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's less strong if you have, well, he reads all that, or maybe you get rid of the diary. Even then, it's like he just takes her life. See, you need the diary there. I feel like the diary has to be there to establish a connection between the two.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying there shouldn't be a diary.
I know, I'm just trying to think. But if he reads that diary and he wants to respect her memory, why would he go back to her house instead of chasing after the horse?
I guess that's true. I mean, it's to me it's more interesting if like he finds her diary in the house or something. But no, that doesn't really make sense
No,
either.
because he wouldn't know the house, his location, or
Okay,
anything
so
about her. About that, you need the diary right there. Like
yeah.
it has to be there to establish.
Okay, so Genghis Khan fall in love with the horse. So what do we go from there? Like what do we do with the horse? Because we can't fold it up and put it in our pocket.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, just smash it up. It's fine.
McDonald's does it. Why can't I? Huh?
So
Okay, so eat. Yeah, excuse me. I had a second idea that could work a little better. The
sure.
horse runs away. You have this moment where he reaches out to the horse. It's almost like a beautiful, like, oh, the horse is gonna come and nuzzle up against whatever, and it just runs away. Like the hat falls off or something.
Hmm.
Or there's no
Let me
hat even
guess.
to begin with, and he needs the hat to actually,
Blend in.
yeah. Or like the horse approaches him, but it only approaches the hat, not him. That's how he knows to put on the hat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm into that. I'm
So
into
the
that.
other
I
idea
mean,
I was having is like the horse will run away. So he
mhm.
has to go back to live her life technically. But Instead of running away just to a random pasture, the girl went to run away to, let's say, like an aunt's house or something in the
Hmm.
country,
Sure.
which is like right by where the horse was found.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think that
I mean,
angle can work. Maybe
I
that
think that's
gives the
better.
way for Genghis to kind of assume her life. Maybe it's not gonna be 100% what her life was like, and learn what it was like a little bit. Maybe not to the same extent, but still learn about it a bit better.
I think that's the right way to do it because that way it's not like he's in the middle of the woods or something
Yeah.
in the steppes. Yeah. And so like let's say like it's also like it's a beautiful horse, but it's like a sickly horse that nobody believes in. And like maybe like the diary can be like, I Sharon am much like Mr. Horsey Nay Nay. And and no one believes in me just like no one believes in
Oh.
him.
Oh, so like she's already established a connection to the horse, kind of, or she's been watching it for a while already. I kind of like that, and
Yeah.
that's why it approaches the hat. Instead, like when she's gone.
Perfect. That's fucking perfect. I feel like we just cracked this wide open.
We did. So that's
Wow.
why he dons the hat. I love having a reason for the hat instead of, oh, I'm just gonna pretend to be here. We were the hat. It's like it's now like, oh, I need this horse. Horse like hat. I wear hat. Horse like me. With just the added benefit of people believing he's her because of the hat. Like I love that being coincidental, not planned on his part.
I, can this also be like the first time? Oh, okay, wait, no, I'll say
Wait,
that
I
for the
have a
end.
quick
Never
gag
mind.
real quick. So he returns to
Yeah.
to the aunt's house, dejected, after the horse running
Hmm.
away. But he believes that like the aunt will be freaked out, right? So he just wants to hide in her barn or whatever. So he sneaks into the house in the middle of the night, and he waits till nightfall, and the lights flicker on as he has like 1 foot through the window, 1 foot on the ground or something like that. Aunt flicks on the window. She doesn't scream. She says, "Oh no, even better." She says, "Oh my god," something like that. Like, it's like, "Are you okay? What happened?"
I love that.
I love that. Like, oh my god, you get that tense moment where they be like, you're on like Genghis's surprised face. Is like, "Oh no, I'm caught. It's over. What happened? Are you okay?" And you have that relief. I like that
I'm into it.
fake out moment there, where like he
I
realizes for some reason they think he's Sharon.
I love that so much. I think that's perfect. It's like okay, I got this. I also kind of love the idea of like the day before the big race, like like he wakes up in her bed, of course, and like like there's the mirror, and he's not wearing the hat, and then he puts on the hat with like a kind of fierce, quiet determination.
I love that. That's so good. That's
I
really
think
good.
this is good.
Also, the bed has to have a lot of stuffed animals, and he is absolutely hugging a bunch of those.
Oh God, I want that.
There's no debate on that
Oh
joke.
no, that's there. That was always there.
That
You just
was
had to
always
find
there.
it.
It just channeled itself through me.
Yeah, you're just a conduit for this incredible horse movie.
We are but prophets.
It's true. The water flows through us, but we are not the water.
Okay.
So is the horse's name actually Mr. Horsey Nene? Is that where we're at?
On one hand, no, because I feel like there's a better name to go with that. I feel like it's kind of funny if you go with what if what what if the horse's name's Khan.
That's pretty good. I do like that.
I feel like that's a
What
really
about
nice one, but there's also really a lot of fun to go with Mr. Horsey Nene because then Genghis has to say it with
Oh, so
determination.
that's actually one of the things I wanted to bring up. What if What if Genghis doesn't speak at all until like the end when he like speaks in perfect, amazing English and is like, I just had an amazing time with all of you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to grow.
I love that. Okay, yes, you're right. I love that. It's almost like a silent comedy in that way, you know?
Yeah, I'm into it.
So even that scene earlier with the "Oh my God, are you okay?" scene, even that works really well if he's silent. That's
Yeah,
an example of like the kind of stuff we're going for there. I like that, and you can just tell his story and feelings through his expressions and how he holds himself. I like that. Yeah,
I'm very much into this idea. I think this works.
that works well. Like it's a silent protagonist until that. I love the end of breaking it.
Yeah, totally. Just like, oh no, I could talk the whole time. Don't get it twisted. What about Sassafras? That's a good horse name.
Eh, I don't know.
Um,
I feel like it's gotta be funny for no. You can't have it to be funny for him to say anymore, is it? No, he can still say it at the end. It's for one gag.
it's a really good gag.
It's like you
So,
mentioned like you have like the girl like talking about the horse beforehand. It's not really funny. It's just like, oh, she has a cute name for the horse. That's cute. Okay. But then later on at the end you have Genghis. Says I've had so much fun in getting close to you and Mr. Horsey Nay Nay and all that kind of stuff.
oh fuck, the idea of him saying "Mr. Horsey Nay Nay"
It's
is
so
really
good.
good.
It's so good.
Oh,
And no one else says the horse's name. Because even in the race, it's just number 5 or something like that. But you tie it into that beginning when he's reading the diary to that, so he remembers the name. That's kind of like a sweet little thing, too. It's like, oh, he remembered the horse's name, even though it's such a small detail.
I actually love that. It's actually kind of moving. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah, right?
Like unironically,
It's
yeah.
good.
I
I love how we just have this one big violent moment and everything else is just generic, peaceful, wholesome movie.
it's very good.
This girl just turns into a shower of blood, but that's it. Everything else is horse girl movie.
And you know what I think really works with that too is I think a lot of like horse girl movies are about like a feeling of rejection or alienation, and I feel like that actually works really well with the fish out of water story.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it's perfect because it's like the world has changed so much that horses are the one thing that he really still understands and relates to,
Hmm.
and so like you can kind of see him like struggling to navigate this world that just kind of like went on without him.
But
So he
when but
just
when
kind of
he's
pours
riding the horse
himself.
or near the horse, like he's in the zone.
He's home again. Yeah.
Also, you're playing Mongolian
Getting.
music when he rides in the horse.
Oh fuck yes, 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 yes,
So like
yes.
the rest of the soundtrack is like generic horse girl movie soundtrack. Whenever he's on the horse, you're gonna play Mongolian music.
Oh
Like,
my
like
god,
because we can't have him say, "Oh, I feel at home this way." You have to do something else that way.
exactly.
You have to show that feeling in a different way. And I think music could be a way to do that.
Yeah, like I love this idea of like, especially like with like the big epic horse race climax,
Yeah,
where like you have like this really intense like throat singing type stuff
you do
going
singing
on.
too. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm liking this. Okay, so we also know there's gonna be a big race in the end too. So we have to fill up this meat. So we've gotten further. We made progress. So now we have him. He's gotten to the house. He realizes, oh, I need to wear the hat. I gonna have to do this. Maybe he lives a little bit, and like his, well, it's not his aunt. Sarah's aunt is very, or Sharon. Sorry, they're both really white names. Okay. So you have Sharon's aunt even shows some of the same qualities her parents did, not believing in her, like trying to get her to go back home, or even, ooh, here's the fun one, has a deadline. Like she like does the thing where it's like, you need to go home by Friday or something like that. Or like, I call your parents, they're gonna be here in 3 days, something like that.
Hmm.
I feel like that's really good.
Can I posit the idea that the aunt calls Genghis Share Bear?
Yes.
I know you just said a bunch of important things, but that's kind of where my brain's
That's
been.
really good. It's really good though. But yeah, yeah. I don't even remember what I was just saying anymore.
Okay, so we have like yeah, we have this deadline, which is like very important at stakes, where
Right,
it's
yeah,
like
deadline. Okay.
okay, so let's say that like part of like is winning the horse race enough? This is a good question, I think. Do we like is that enough like to get people invested, or is it like maybe there's a cash prize and his aunt has to like give up the farm or something.
Now, I like the parents are gonna be here and they're gonna maybe like what they say they're gonna ground you or something when they get here.
So
So the
this
parent
is
deadline is enough. I feel like as a thing.
I love that. Yeah, I'm into that.
It's
And
like you're never gonna
and
see a horse
also
again or something like that. Like maybe like the aunt gives the phone to Genghis while Sharon's parents chew him out. And they say something like, "Oh, you're never
Ooh.
gonna see a horse again. We're gonna make sure you go back to your dentist school or whatever and all that, and we're gonna put you through therapy, whatever."
But not horse therapy.
Not horse
Person
therapy.
therapy.
Person therapy
Yeah.
for real
Yeah.
people, not horses. I like the idea of it just being because I think one deadline's more than enough. So and that
Yeah, that's
also
fair.
solves another problem it's gonna have later, which is why are the parents at the race so they don't disapprove of her? And this now solves that because what's going to happen is on that same day is the race. So the parents
That's
come to take Sharon home or Genghis home, whatever. You get the idea. They come to take
yeah.
Genghis home.
We can call him Sharon. It's okay.
They come to take Genghis home, but he like runs out of aunt's house, like climbing through the window or whatever, and like the horse is waiting behind there or something, right? You have to have that. Like he's on the second floor. He's like the parents are banging on the door. Like you gotta come out there, Sharon, right now. Like he just jumps out of the window. So he has no other choice. The horse is waiting right under the window.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
feel like you have to
Absolutely.
go with that. So you have that. Rides off and they see like where he's going. He's going to the race. He comes
And
in
like,
as
can we have a moment where he kind of like looks back and is kind of like wistful or something, and then just like charges forward?
yeah, I like that. Like
So they come to the race.
I feel like we are getting a little ahead of us. I still feel like there's like some establishment with the horse before this moment. Like I feel like
Yeah,
we
like
have to have a bunch of scenes about him, like maybe montage type stuff where he's coaxing the horse, getting close to the horse. The horse actually trusts him now. We establish this by showing like, oh, the horse sniffs the hat or something. It's because of the hat. We had to establish it's the hat. I feel like I don't know why we have to
can
establish it.
can we? I kind of like the idea of. I mean, let's not get twisted. Genghis Khan is a crazy ass warrior.
Absolutely. Oh,
So
the race is gonna be fun to write because of that.
yeah, oh, absolutely. Um, I like the idea that maybe like the horse doesn't really trust him at first because
Yeah,
he has to earn that relationship.
yeah.
So maybe like he has to defend the horse from like I don't know some foxes maybe. I don't know what eats horses. Probably most things. They look
I
delicious.
would say maybe like a random band of kids comes to harass the horse or something.
I I love that in part because the idea of a grown man like kicking a bunch of kids is really
You
really
gotta do the
good.
thing like one kid throws a stone, Genghis just catches it.
Yes, yes. Oh, I can see this so crisply and clearly in my mind.
So I guess it's like worth asking. We already had this shower of blood earlier. So does Genghis straight up murder a bunch of kids here?
I I like to think that Genghis, even though he was a bloodthirsty conqueror, was also a very like prudent and wise person,
Mm-hmm.
and probably like I like to think that he like someone throws the stone at him, he catches it, then he calmly walks up to the kids and just drops it on the ground, and they scatter.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that works. That works. I think that is better. So I feel like there's gonna be. Let's say, oh, there's gonna be some tonal clash, even though we already have a very clear tonal clash of Genghis Khan as a horse girl. But I feel like that
Oh
would be some
yeah,
tonal whiplash, though. I don't want to have him murder a bunch of kids either. It's
yeah.
kind of
It's
a funny idea. It's like, oh, some kids just use some generic insults, so they throw like a rubber band at him, and then he reacts the extreme and just kills them. But it's like, it's like that feels too edgy.
also, yeah, it does feel kind of like Family Guy, and also like I think that if we do it like the pacifist way, that keeps him like being like a totally sympathetic character.
Yes, you're right.
I've been looking at Genghis Khan pics this whole time, just so you know, just all of them.
You gotta get into the mood, I guess.
I feel like I'm trying to channel him.
Do, do you feel
I
Genghis
feel
Khan?
different. I really feel different. I feel funny.
Feel funny?
I feel kind of funny. Like I feel like I don't know, like something's awakening inside of me.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll keep you
that's
posted.
the Genghis cell.
That's that's the bloodlust. So so he so the horse is freaked. He soothes the horse. The horse loves this. The horse is crazy about this. Also, just canonically, I think Genghis Khan just has a pocket full of
Okay,
oats.
you know what's better? I have an idea real quick to add into this scene. You have him
Hmm.
save the horse. The horse doesn't immediately love him for this. The horse gives like a
Hmm.
knowing glance to him and then runs off.
Oh yes.
Because like one of the kids is still throwing something or whatever. I
Hmm.
feel like you get the knowing glance, runs off, and then the next morning the horse is waiting there for him.
I like that.
I feel like
That
that.
feels earned.
Yeah, exactly. It's better than oh, and the
Yeah.
horse immediately loves him. It's like no, the horse has time to process.
The horse is a character. It's not just a piece to be moved around in a narrative.
I mean, even though it absolutely is.
I mean, who's to say what is and isn't a piece in a narrative, right?
I mean,
But I mean, it is a horse.
okay.
So
So I think that's good. We have the horses. So I think we have to have some kind of montage of riding the horse. He just does this a whole thing of riding along. This is a whole happy moment or whatever, training and running and. Well, I guess you just have to have one scene of like the first time riding the horse bareback or something like that. And it's like
I
this
like
happy
that.
moment of sunshine and golden wheat fields or whatever. Maybe you cut to some memories of like his past, maybe something like his father teaching him to ride a horse. I don't know.
What if? What? Oh, you know what? It would be nice,
What?
actually. What if we have Sharon's voice narrating the diary, and that can be the flashback?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm into
It's
this.
just Sharon's like dreams about riding the horse she's talking about. And then like as
Yeah.
she talks about what she dreamed about doing, he's doing it.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
It's so good.
Fuck yes.
Okay, I love that. Okay, so now we have that's great. So we have that whole montage, and we have to have like he gets a saddle for it somehow. Maybe aunt has an extra one on a fence somewhere, an old dusty one or something we established earlier. Maybe like Sharon earlier in the movie, like, oh, you have the saddle. Like, do you ride? And the aunt's like, no, I would never do something like that. Leave it alone. It's just garbage anyway. Or it's like, yeah, it was being thrown in the trash or something, and you have that interaction with Sharon. So then Genghis takes that saddle because he finds it too. Because like
With this
Sharon
kind
maybe
of
or Sharon like
solemn.
stashes it away somewhere because she wants to use it, and then Genghis finds it.
I like the scene where you see the saddle and you see Genghis in the distance as he's approaching it, and you hear the narration. He's kind of approaching it with a sort of like solemn, almost spiritual dignity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like he picks it up, and you hear him walk off screen and get to work.
Nice. And then you have the horse training montage from there.
I feel like. I feel like, yeah.
I feel like we just had the horse training montage, then you have the parents are here. I feel like we don't need too much in the middle there. We've connected the two different threads. I feel like.
We've built kind of like a loose tissue. I am a little bit worried maybe that's not as descriptive as it needs to be, but it's definitely like functional.
Yes. It's like
Like,
I
yeah.
mean, like you have the whole thing. Like, I mean, you can always have the low. Let's say we can always have the low moment in the third act, but this is the low moment when the parents show up,
And I.
or even better, maybe it's that like the aunt is concerned, knows the parents are coming, and okay, wait. I think we have to establish something that Genghis signs up for the horse race. We need to have that. I forgot about that. That's important. So he finds out about the horse race because it's written in her diary or something, right? And she's
Mhm.
gonna watch it at least, maybe, or she's talking about dreaming about entering it or something. So at the end of the narration thing of the montage, like you have him signing up there as she's talking about wanting to enter the race or visit the race that week. So now you have him at the race, signing up the horse. Maybe he has some other girls make fun of him, still believing in Sharon. Oh, like you're just a newbie. You're not. You're never gonna be. It's supposed to be some like snooty rich girl or something. What do you think?
I. So you actually cut out there for a second.
Oh no.
So, you said you were a newbie, and then.
Yeah, like maybe it's like a snooty rich girl or something. Like they're just making fun of Sharon, saying, "Oh, you're never gonna win. You can't beat us or whatever. May as well beat it, loser." Kind of stuff like that. Generic like girl
Like mean
bully.
girl kind
Yeah,
of like, yeah. So how do we? Okay, I do kind of like that. Do we have a solution for that, or should we just let it sting?
just let it
Because I like
sting
the
because like
idea.
it's gonna come back
Yeah,
during the actual race where Genghis is
yeah,
just gonna. Oh, it'll be nice.
just fucking crushing them, just ruin them
Oh,
completely. Yeah.
absolutely.
So should we talk about the racing scene?
We'll get there in a moment because I feel like we still have the connective tissue. So we had the whole diary thing. We had the montage, and I think we have to go into a low moment. We're still in the second act. Low moment. So why are the parents banging on the door? Maybe it's that the aunt locks Sharon in her room, saying like, "You can't get away from this. Your parents are coming to pick you up. You need to go home," kind of thing. You're not going to the race, or like she hears about the race or something. Says, "You're not going to the race. I'm locking you in here, so you can't make it. Your parents are coming."
Hmm.
Genghis locked in his room.
I love that. I love the idea that Genghis is locked in this like 20-something-year-old woman's room, and is just despondent and sad, and then he like looks down and sees the beanie in his hand,
Oh, that's you
and he
get the
clutches
mirror
it.
scene you wanted earlier.
Yes. Oh fuck. Yes. Okay. Yes. And like,
And
oh
then the parents
Jesus,
are
I
banging on the
wish.
door. Like he faces the window, glances back, goes back forward, jumps out the window without thinking. Like he was ready to just break his legs practically, but the horse is there waiting for him. Lands on the horse and they ride off to the race. And the
I
parents beat open the door as he's gone. And they can see him running off towards the race, so they know what's happening. Because the aunt told them, yeah, she's going to the race, and that's so you get the parents to the race for that sweet, sweet victory.
I love this. I adore this. I kind of want to actually, after this podcast is over, we could actually write this.
Oh, that's a fun thing. Like maybe we should start doing is like actually write out what the script is.
I like that idea. Oh yeah, we could have this be like a community thing too. Like if you want to like submit your spec scripts or something for our stupid
Maybe.
fucking dumb ideas.
Maybe I feel like there's a little like less individuality you can put into that one
Oh, that's
because
fair.
a lot of the frameworks are done. I feel like my I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll workshop it. I'm
Anyway,
excited.
it's still a thought. It could be fun.
Yeah, I think we can make something work. This is cool. Um, so I like the idea, like the camera angle shot or whatever. It's he puts it on. You see the look of determination, and then the camera kind of pans to the door, like the bedroom door, and it's being like, like they're like really hitting on
Yeah.
it, and they're like hitting on it, and they're hitting on it, and finally the door
Yep.
breaks, and like then like the camera like kind of moves over to like the window because you can see like their expression of shock,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then it goes to the window, and obviously it's empty. I don't know, tied bed sheets maybe, maybe.
It's kind of fun. I still like the idea of him jumping and the horse is just there already. Because that really establishes their
I
bond a
do
bit
like
better.
that.
I feel like that's just too good to not do.
Yeah, I agree. It's although I like the idea of like he's like kind of like lowered, and he's like expecting to look for the horse, but the horse is somehow already there.
Maybe he
Just
could do
like,
something like that. Either way, he gets out of the window onto the horse pretty quickly.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
off to the
we're getting
races. We're
stuck.
literally off to the races now.
We're off to the races,
We're off to the
and
race, I guess. The singular race. Either way.
he's he's off, and he's almost late. He's like a minute late,
Yeah, you
and
see,
then
wait, you
like
gotta have the scene there of like the mean girls like making fun of, oh, where's the loser newbie or whatever, something like that. And then cut to him like crashing through behind them or something, like through a fence or whatever. Or it's like heroically jumping a fence and like skidding the horse behind them.
yeah, oh god, yeah, like I'm really into that. I'm so into that. We can have like a character who's like gimmick is that they're constantly chewing gum with their mouth open because it's fucking disgusting, and then like their mouth opens up in shock and the gum falls out, and maybe falls on the horse. It gets stuck on the horse a little bit.
You also do something where it's just like she pops in her face or something.
That's also good. I'm gonna Google how do you get gum off a horse real quick. Keep doing the podcast. You're gonna be surprised to hear this. Not a lot of articles about getting gum off a horse.
I wonder why. How many people have been in that situation?
I hope not too many. I hope not many horses have been in that situation.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's like one person who's been the culprit for every single horse that's had that problem.
The gumshoe bandit strikes again.
Okay, so you have
So
he's there. He made it just in time. During the call, it's like we're waiting on one more racer. We're gonna just go, and they're gonna be canceled out. They're gonna be disqualified. That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. So they're gonna be disqualified if you're late. Whatever they're talking about, that is like 3, 2, 1. Then he bursts in. It's the start of the race.
perfect. We're here.
It's at the
This is
start
the
of the
moment.
race when he shows up. No, that doesn't work because you need the parents to get there. So you still have to have some time where he meets the bullies or like just like stoically stares at them while they make like some snide comments at him or whatever, and then just stares forward. All the parents scrambling with the aunt like in like their pickup or whatever, and they show up and they get into the stands and they point, oh no, that's her. Stop the race. And then as they're saying stop the race, the go being shouted and the horses all run up. So you have the
Love
parents
this.
there.
Can I? Would it be cheap if like the nearest snooty like girl or whatever is like just kind of gets backhanded like on the back of the head and falls off her horse?
By what?
Oh, Genghis's big strong man hands.
Oh, you know what's better?
Hmm.
Genghis just stretches.
I do like that.
He just stretches and she gets just knocked off her horse.
I'm very into that idea too.
I'm trying to wonder, like, that it's hard to do that and not get disqualified, though, for him.
Yeah, and it does feel cheap.
It does.
I think just the idea of Genghis just knocking someone off a horse with one hand is fucking funny.
I feel like that has to happen by accident at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I was gonna say it'd be funny if the snooty girl gets out at the beginning, but I feel like snooty girl has to be neck and neck with him until the end. That you have to do that one. That's the law. You have to do that.
That so this is a dangerous place for us right now
Okay.
because between the two of us, neither of us know dog shit about racing. Neither of us know anything about horses or horse racing.
I know some.
Careful, Icarus. You're flying very close to the sun. I'm gonna need you to.
I only
Need you
know a
to-
little bit. It's not like
Okay.
we don't have to know too much. 'Cause we still they all go fast in one direction. We know that much.
It's horse NASCAR. I mean,
He's a
yeah.
horse car. Okay, so we have all that. You have everyone starting off. Genghis takes a strong lead. You have some rando guy gets like pushed out of the race by like the snooty girl or someone like that. Like they do something scummy to get him out. Like to establish
Yeah.
again, hey, these girls suck. They're bad. Oh no, they're bad. They're bad, girl. And you get the idea.
So I'm trying to think about like what would that thing be like? Would they try and spook the horse?
I think that. Ooh. I like the idea of like one girl while they're racing, the gum chewing girl like turns towards the horse and just pops the gum, which spooks the horse and makes it
Okay.
stop or fall over. You get the idea. It stumbles and falls over from that startle.
I love that.
I do kind of like the gum pop as the strategy here.
Yeah, because there's no way they're gonna fight clean.
Exactly, because you gotta do that. Okay. So let's say there's like two more racers besides those mean girls. There's like we'll say there's two mean girls, I guess. I wanted to say three earlier. It has to be three.
It does. What, can we talk? Wait. So wait. Podcast. Will not pause. We're not pausing. But why three? Like three, I would only accept three. Three only. I would not do two or four.
I know. I feel like mean girls come in groups of three for some reason.
That's like so specific.
Bullies in
Like
general come in groups of three.
yeah, it's like one of those rules that I didn't know I knew until now. Like TikTok is okay, but talk tick sounds just bad.
Yeah.
What can you say it for me?
Ta 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 ti- ta. I can't say it.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Okay, so
Um.
we have there's three mean girls. There's three
Yep.
mean girls. There's the one that there's Genghis, and then there's the person who's just that's five people. So there'll be six racers. I feel like total. So there's one more
Yeah.
side character racer.
Six is a good horse number. So
Six is a good horse number. Okay.
I mean, if we were to kind of almost think of it more as like a shape, like okay, so by the end it would have to be like the character looks like they're almost about to lose by a pretty good league, at the very last minute and then beat the owner. Or sorry, beat the competitor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So we have to get
so
everyone else
it,
out of the race first.
right.
We have to get Gum Girl out, and then the other mean girl. I don't know what her deal is either. We have to get the two other mean girls out. We have to get the random Joe out as well. And I feel like that it'll be some random like snooty guy or whatever. I don't know. It's some random guy that ends up getting himself out by trying to do like a trick or something. Like maybe like he tries to like do a handstand on his horse next to Genghis, like to like flex on him or whatever. It ends up just falling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really like that. That's not really funny.
I I like to think that like he like what did we decide her name was again? Sharon?
Yep.
Sharon knows these girls and she knows her weaknesses, their weaknesses. And like maybe one of them is a maybe one of them is a deathly allergy to peanuts, maybe.
So do we want Genghis to fight dirty though?
That's the thing. Like he has to be sympathetic. He has to be a sympathetic character, so he can't murder anyone
I feel
except
like
Sharon.
the really fun thing to do here is like in the race, you have to have some cuts to him in battle. And like things in battle he learned about horse riding that apply to the horse race.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know what though. I know that's the thing to do, but I don't know what.
Again, this is hard because between the two of us, we know maybe two facts about horses.
They have three
I
legs and three eyes. That's all I know about horses.
They have between 1 and 3 lungs, somewhere in there. Do you know that like if a horse runs too fast, its lungs just start bleeding?
Ew.
Like that's a real thing. It's not because we bred them like that. They just do that.
Yikes.
They're fucking terrible animals. They walk on their toenails. I hate it.
Okay, so I have
Anyways,
one idea for one thing. Like maybe like the third mean girl we don't know anything about yet. Like tries to get ahead of him and tries to like kick up a bunch of dust or like also drops a bag of dirt or something behind her to make it inconspicuous that she's like trying to cover his view.
Mhm.
And Genghis has fought while fire and smoke is billowing on a horse. So you get a cut to him doing that, and he just rides through with his eyes closed and holding his breath.
I like that.
And he overtakes her.
Okay.
You don't need to have everyone eliminated from the race. It's not like an elimination race. So you can just have her like being overtaken. She can't hope to stop him now. That's fine, I think.
I think that it's okay to have these characters. Okay, so here's kind of where I'm stuck, right? It's that like my gut says that you want these characters to be undone by their own hubris,
Yes.
but that's not interesting to watch because what you really want to see in a horse movie is you want to see like a character overcome odds through their own resourcefulness.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But no,
I
that's
think
fine for the mean girls to get taken out that way. So maybe like the smoke or something like makes Genghis realize, oh, I should be doing this to go faster. So Genghis like leans down to this smoke riding position or whatever, and that makes him go faster and overtakes her.
Okay, I like that.
I feel like that works fine. So you have Gum Girl next. How does he overtake Gum Girl?
I want to say that Gum Girl just like tries to blow a bubble and it just like
Wait,
takes over her whole face.
you could do that. I was gonna say, what if Genghis pops the bubble himself? Like just reaches
I
out a
like that.
finger and pops it in her face.
It could be like maybe he like tries he tries to like say like find some way to communicate like I can blow a bigger bubble than you, and she's like no you can't, and so like she tries to beat him first, and then yeah that's what happens. Maybe
I don't
is
know.
that something? Yeah, it's nothing. I knew that was nothing when I was saying it. I was hoping
I
it would
tried to
become
think.
something.
I think the popping the bubble. I really love like the connecting it to something he learned in battle. So how can you do that?
Yeah.
Like maybe she spits the gum at him, or at the horse or something to distract him, whatever. And you showed us something of him being shot out with actual arrows, or do they have guns at the time? I don't know. But let's go with arrows for now,
No.
so that's safe. Arrows on. You know what I mean. So you have an arrow. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have like a shot of him like being shot at by arrows, deflecting of my moving his arm back or something, or like moving himself to be smaller or whatever, and you have him dodge the gum. And the gum like maybe it hits another rider that falls over and then makes her fall over too.
I think that's
I
perfect.
think that works well. That gets rid of the other random guy too. So now it's just Genghis and the big meanie, the meanie poo poo head.
Oh yeah, the goof gal.
Now they're neck and
The
they're neck and neck. How do we solve this one?
what if like you can hear like the diary. She's like, I feel like I could just win from Jessica or whatever if I just didn't react. If I just stopped reacting to her. And like Jessica's trying to like get a rise out of Genghis, but because Genghis Khan is a literal conqueror, like he doesn't give a shit.
So you can have
And
like
so
cut to
like,
scenes of like enemies goading him or something too for that one.
oh sure, totally.
So you still tie that back to that. And
Or like it could even be cut to like when Genghis was younger and more vulnerable, and
mhm.
like his like siblings were making fun of him, and he just started to like harden up and stop caring.
Mhm.
So it's more like impactful, I guess. It's more emotional.
Yeah, maybe. But I feel like how does that undo her, the mean girl? How does that undo her?
So so what I'm thinking is like she kind of feeds off of that reaction, and the fact that she isn't getting a response makes her feel helpless. So she starts freaking out and falling apart. Like it distracts her just enough.
Okay, so she starts like yelling more and more and more and getting louder and more mean and vicious.
And
I think
like maybe like she's gripping the reins tighter and tighter, and that
yeah,
like scares the horse.
maybe. Like, don't have to have her fall out because you want it to be a neck and neck win. I feel like.
No, absolutely,
So you
absolutely.
do that, and Genghis wins. You see the family like in the distance, not in the distance, in the stands, like surprised, like they're all sitting down or whatever. They're not like maybe like the mother's clapping or something. I don't know. And now you can have Genghis have that moment with them. I still want to
Hmm.
have like them like how they would have like responded to their daughter kind of thing first. I was like, oh, it's
Yeah,
amazing. We should have trusted you all along. Like you really are our daughter. Like we love you. All that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Do we want to go with your idea though of the him taking off the hat?
I really want the hat thing. I really like this. Can be my gimme, and you can have your ending next time.
No, no, no. I still like it. Are you sold on that idea though? I'm just asking.
I Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could build past that right now. I
Because like I feel like yeah, my idea of this like oh they just have that happy ending and they still see him as their daughter and they just go with that. It's kind of eh. I feel like it is a stronger ending with yours.
yeah, because it's like you get this cathartic moment. It's pretty funny in my opinion, and then like yeah, just a solid ending.
Yeah, I just
Um,
combined the thing I wanted from mine into there, if that's okay. Because I like the idea of them
yeah.
like congratulating their daughter, like because
Oh
you get
no,
that emotional
absolutely,
conclusion for Sarah's story there.
exactly,
You need that.
exactly. And and I think that that's perfect. Yeah, and I think so. So here's part of it that I would like to kind of hear your thoughts on.
Okay.
Do we get a kind of where are they now montage at the end where it's narrated by Sharon?
Yeah, I like that
Like,
idea. Like all the parents, but I like the idea of the aunt like having been like an ex horse racer and she's back to horse racing with the horse now.
oh, I love that.
And also, and then we finally end on and Genghis. They just show his skeleton rotting in the ground.
I also really like the idea of Genghis having an equally vulnerable kind of like heartfelt thing where it's like life changes you in such and such way, in ways that maybe you don't understand right away. But nothing ever really stops. It only changes. And then it turns into a skeleton.
I still want to have the confront. I want to go back a little bit on like what they talk about with the parents and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I like them like congratulating the daughter and all that. Maybe like he says some wisdom thing like "Thank you so much," like "This is all I've ever wanted," something like that as Sarah, and then he takes off the hat, and you don't just have the parents and the aunt going like, you have like the mean girl and like the other people around like all like, "What is happening?" Because they couldn't tell it was
I
Genghis Khan the whole time somehow. So I still
I
love the idea of
love
him
that.
wearing his armor or whatever the entire time. It's just the
Oh
hat.
yeah.
It's just the
It's
hat.
it's just the hat. It's like a Frosty the Snowman kind of situation a little bit. Where the magic was in the hat all along.
He gingerly hands them the hat or whatever. I don't know. Oh, like he holds out the hat as he says, "Oh, thank you so much. I learned so much. Please take care of what was it, Mr. Horsey something."
Mr. Horsey Nene.
Mr. Horsey Nene, please take care of Mr. Horsey Nene for me. I have to go back. And yeah, the backwards, and he's gone. And like the hat falls to the ground and like into the parents' hands or whatever. They just look at each other stunned, and then you go to the "where are they now" thing.
That's perfect. I think that's absolutely perfect.
So we have the aunt that goes on to become a racer. I love that idea. What about the parents?
So do the parents maybe start like a horse foundation
Yes, I love that.
for wayward horses? And oh, you know what they call it?
Oh,
They call it like they name it after Sharon.
yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I love that. And you have a speech by Genghis over a pasture of like horses or whatever. And then you have him just dead in the ground. This is a skeleton. I love the skeleton ending.
I love the skeleton ending because it's such a fuck you ending for the
It's
audience.
so good.
It's such a like downer asshole like you don't get to be happy kind of ending. I love that.
It's so good. Because that's the kind of tone we've already established with, the girl exploding into just giblets at the very beginning. It's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, the entire movie was a wholesome horse movie, but remember where this started.
I adore that.
Okay,
I just adore that.
so I think we should run through what the whole movie is one more time.
Yeah, okay. Um I can't believe we started with ninjas. This got so much better. Fuck.
This is
That's
so much
amazing.
better. I love this. This is great.
Oh, this is good. Okay, so it starts off with a woman
Woman.
named Sharon Langley. Woman is generous. Named Sharon Langley, who hates her life, has terrible parents, and just wants to be a horse girl.
Yep. She runs away from
And then
home.
she finds
Like goes to live with her aunt for a little bit because her aunt lives in the countries near horses. He establishes a relationship with a wild horse in the area.
and finally something clicks in her head. This is my horse. This is my moment. I'm going to grasp it, and then
She's gone.
She
Genghis takes her place. He explodes into a shower of blood. Genghis Khan is there. The horse is stunned. Like her hat's been thrown like a couple meters away. The horse approaches. Okay, but back up a little bit. You have Genghis there stunned too for a moment. The diary's like right in front of him, so he reads the diary. Yet the whole letters changing thing, he can somehow read it, whatever. Reads like all her hopes and dreams and all that. Sees the horse and sees the names about it. So you can see like he very clearly. You have something that shows he very clearly regrets what's happened. Like maybe immediately after he shows up there, he looks really regretful. Like, oh my god, what's happened? What happened to this person? And it's a diary and read all that anyway. And yeah, the horse approaching the hat moment, where he approaches the horse, and the horse runs away because he's not wearing the hat. Picks up the hat, wears the hat, and goes off to the house.
and
And
sorry, I forgot we were doing this for a second. Um, and so then he kind of hides away until Sharon's kindly aunt, former famous horse rider,
Mm-hmm.
um, finds Genghis. And Genghis is terrified, and the aunt says, Share Bear, you're going to catch a cold. You got to go inside.
I still like the idea of like the oh my god fake out. Whatever she says afterwards, you
Yes.
gotta have the oh my god fake out.
Absolutely. It's got to be, oh my god. Share Bear.
Your dinner's getting cold.
I made it just like you like it. Lukewarm.
Wait. I just want to say real lukewarm. I love that. The dinner has to be horse shaped chicken nuggets.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. How do we keep finding these gems?
Okay, and from there,
Oh, God. What if her whole house is fucking horse decor? Oh, Jesus. Horse plates.
she's a horse girl. I
lights,
mean, what'd you
horse
expect?
lamps. I guess she's really a horsewoman at that point. She's probably like pushing 50.
Oh, like the aunt. Maybe she just has some left over from her riding days, I guess. But I feel like
I
the
could see
horse
that.
chicken nuggets are more for her niece than it was for herself.
I can see that.
But yeah, you go from there
So,
to.
two.
Am I just gonna go? Okay. So you go from
Yeah,
there,
I'm
and then you
waiting.
go to the attempting to tame the horse montage. Maybe not a montage. Like he tries, the horse doesn't go there. He looks dejected, maybe sad, mopey, mopes around for the day. It's late in the evening, sun setting. Sees the horse in the distance, like goes to try again. Sees kids are pelting it with rocks. He steps between them, catches one of the rocks, throws it down on the ground. The kids scatter before still throwing some behind them. The horse runs away. Or the horse gives a meaningful glance to Genghis while it runs away. Genghis maybe takes a few of the rocks like to his face or whatever. It's kind of like heroic, like, oh, I'm saving you kind of thing. The horse runs away. Next morning, Genghis wakes up to find the horse outside waiting for him. And yeah, the taming montage, and you get the saddle that Sharon, so similar names. Sharon had stashed away earlier that the aunt said, no, get rid of it, it's trash anyway. We should have had that earlier anyway. Yeah,
I
you have
also,
the saddle, you have taming and training montage, and then
and then, Genghis finds out that the parents are coming.
yes,
And he wants to fulfill Sharon's one wish. So he goes over, he signs up for the horsey races, and that's what they call them. And
professional
and
term.
it is. It's if you're a horse person, you know. And if you so he signs up, he gets made fun of by some very vicious horse girls. And basically makes his way back. Wait, is this the moment where we have the parents come back? Is that like the exact moment?
No, we have the aunt lock him in the room this time because she's like, I heard about the races, or maybe it's like a day later or something. Like he's happy, like looking forward to the race. Then you have her, it's like, I heard about the races because she still has her ear to the ground for the horse world because she can't quite bring herself away from it. It's good. And you have to have her know about it somehow. So she locks
I
Sharon
know.
in her room, saying, you're not going to the race. Your parents are coming tomorrow morning. You know, something like that. It's the same time as the race. Yeah, the whole thing of the like being depressed, like in the horse room, whatever. And then you have the whole moment where parents are knocking at the door, he doesn't know what to do, like puts on the hat, determined, looks out the window, parents bust down the door. He's already out the window. The horse is right there. Off to the races.
And then Genghis, our main man, is almost late. We have this beautiful scene where the horse girls are talking trash about Sharon, and Sharon bursts through because now Genghis isn't Genghis anymore. Genghis is Sharon, and Sharon is gonna fucking win. And and he basically shows up. He goes neck to neck, and he wins. And in this moment, having fulfilled Sharon's wish, he takes off the hat and he thanks them. He thanks the family. He thanks the aunt.
Back up 1 second. You saw the family
Wait.
or the parents like apologize and say, "Oh, we love you, Sharon. Like,
Oh,
we
yes.
should never doubted you. You were an amazing writer. We're gonna support your dreams from now on." That kind of stuff. We still have to have that line before he takes off the hat.
That's right. That's my favorite addition to all of this too, because it's like it just makes it like it stings more that Sharon's dead and never coming back. Like this is what you should have said to her before she died, you dipshits. She's a corpse now. She's turning into dirt as we speak. And he takes off the hat. He gives a tearful, thoughtful, and honest and vulnerable goodbye.
Mhm.
And I like to think he hands the hat.
Yes, like as I said, like I had the idea of where he hands out the hat, and as he disappears, the hat falls to the ground into the parents, or not into the ground, like into their parents, into Sharon's parents' hands.
Yeah,
As he
absolutely. And he does
Here's
thank Mr. Horsey
yeah, like
Nay
please
Nay.
take care of Mr. Horsey Day Day.
Feed him lots of oats.
He makes lots of oats and hay.
And apples, but be sure to splay out your fingers, because otherwise he might bite one of them, because horses just do that. And
And you have the "Where Are They Now" montage. Aunt goes on to take up writing again. The parents start up their horse charity. Do we go over the Mean Girls actually for that?
I like to think the Mean Girls reform.
I do too. I like to think that maybe the Mean Girls are like tutors now for young girls for horse riding.
I like that.
I like that idea a lot. Like maybe they work at the same charity.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, we could definitely have that beautiful, like, actually genuinely moving, like, shot of, like, like Sharon's horse therapy center
Yeah.
for sick horses. Oh, fuck.
I love the delivery on that. Just that you just lost the thread at the end and you tried to save it.
You could feel my desperation with every syllable, just pushing.
Sick horses. Okay, but you have that. It is a great shot.
It's a beautiful shot.
And you have some kind of
Um,
lovely speech by Genghis, some very heartfelt thing. And then you just show his skeleton rotting in the ground, and you end on that.
and that's it. That's the movie. It cuts to black, roll credits. We did it.
Oh, I had a quick question actually about that last scene. Do we just
Yeah.
cut to? Do we just have like beautiful pastures or whatever? Have Genghis speak, or maybe Genghis speaks over like the mean girls teaching other girls or whatever. You have all that thing. You have his speech there. Then it cuts to him being in this like this underground skeleton, or do you like move down under the pasture to show the skeleton underneath it?
I want that. The second one. Absolutely. No question.
Why?
Oh,
Why
the
is
wave-
Genghis Khan buried in New York? Don't ask.
It was his dying wish before he passed.
Yeah. By the way, Genghis Khan actually discovered the Americas.
He's-
so he can be buried where he becomes a horse girl.
It's where he belongs.
You did it. You wrote the
I
movie. I feel like I have a name already in mind, but I'll let you if you have any ideas there.
so all I have is pros and cons.
That's good.
It's okay.
Mine is
It's
dumb,
working.
but Genghis
No, I like
Khan,
yours.
horse girl.
That's pretty good.
I feel like that's the best option, but I have a
That's
bias.
between the two. That is definitely the best.
Um,
Um,
can't do Conqueror. Conquering pastures, eh?
I'm gonna Google horse girl movies and kind of see what we can get.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
hmm. So all of these names are extremely funny, but I don't think we can really
yeah.
really step it.
Ooh,
Um,
oh. I was just saying, like maybe step in. It's like step like the
like the
geography because
steps.
he's from the steppes, but it doesn't really
Yeah,
work either, does it?
like step up is something. I think step up is something.
That's some. I feel like it doesn't quite. I think you have to focus on it being Genghis Khan in the title.
I mean, it's in there, kind of.
Yeah, it is kind. It's close, but it's not quite there. Conquering hooves? No,
It's
no.
I like
Conquering
that.
hooves actually kind of works,
Conquering Hooves is pretty good.
and you have it a
Um,
pun of actually Genghis Khan's name for conquering there, so kind of get that fun there. Conquering hooves.
I really enjoy the imagery of like it's like a big two blown up faces of like Genghis Khan and Sharon, and they're kind of like melded together a little bit.
Oh, like kind of like halfway down the face
Yeah.
over a horse.
Oh fuck. That's it. That's okay. So that's the poster. So we found the poster. Um,
Okay. I feel like Conquering Hooves maybe actually is what we should go with.
I think yeah. Conquering Coves is it.
Conquering
All
Hooves is the
right, we
best
did
way. We
it.
did it.
We fucking did it.
We did it.
Yeah, that's not bad for a really good movie. About 2 hours is not bad.
It's not even gonna be that long. That's just how long it took to script it. It's probably gonna
Yeah.
be much shorter than that.
Oh yeah, the final product is not going to take long at all. I do kind of want to go back to this at some point and just kind of workshop it.
It is fun. I do like it.
This is a pretty good feeling. I kind of like the idea of like the ending monologue where like Khan and Sharon kind of like switch words as they like
Ooh,
go through it.
ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like by sentence instead. I feel like that would flow better.
Yeah, and like maybe like the final word or the final sentence can they say it together in unison.
Oh, I love that.
Did you have shivers? I have shivers.
It's good. That's really good. Yeah, we did it.
I wow, yeah, I feel like this landed.
It's landed. It landed. We got the movie. We got a movie.
We got a
Conquering
whole ass
Hooves
movie out
coming
of
to
this.
theaters in 2022. Just keep an eye out for that one. I'm sorry.
Keep an
I
eye
just
out.
got the news. The director died. It's canceled.
Uh, that's probably for the best. It wasn't very good.
What are those writers doing? I don't even know.
It's like the writing room is just like two nerds with a microphone.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. You can check out. Oh, I'd say you'd. Yeah, you'll find this around.
No. Fuck that. Plug your shit.
There's like
Do it.
50 different places we're posting this to. Okay, like if you found this, you already know where to find it.
If you
This
found
is
this, you have 7 days to live. So you should get on that.
maybe you gotta listen through like the backlog in those 7 days. Maybe that's a good use of them. I don't know. I have a bias. Yeah, this has been Stitch Scripts. We'll see you next time.
I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay.
God, I fucking hate you.